Going live. We are live. What up, crew? Chaz here at Shoutouts Pros, bringing you another live episode. Please, in the comments below, let me know if we are lagging. Video, audio quality check, of course. How are all my fine people doing tonight? I promise Trista is on her way. This isn't going to be another episode like last week where it's like, Trista's going to be here, and then she wasn't. Last week, she had the flat tire. This week, she had a good excuse because she had an epic day at the Goodwill bins up here in the Portland area, and she got over 100 pounds of clothing. So her and her mom went and destroyed the bins today, and that's why they're getting caught in traffic and all that kind of crap. Especially if you're in the Northwest, you guys know that here is we have a little bit of a snow situation coming in, which we don't get snow here. We just have rain. And even when we get snow, I kid you not, if there is a trace amount of snow that hits the ground, just enough to stick to a car, they close all the schools down. And I'm not even exaggerating. We got an email. I think this was early last week. We got an email from Titus's school, our 4-year-old. He's in preschool. He only goes twice a week. And we got an email that his school was canceled. And there was literally just a light covering over the cars. And they closed all the schools down. So we have a snow storm coming in. No one knows exactly what it's going to be. There's my chat. I haven't been able to see it this whole time. I clicked on the wrong thing. YouTube didn't update, so now I have a top chat and a live chat. So I got to make sure it's on live chat. Yeah, so that was fun news to hear that we're going to be having a somewhat snowstorm. All right, I'm getting the internet situation fixed real quick because I just realized I'm not on my right internet connection. All right, I'm switching over to my hardwire, so this should smooth out in just a minute. If you guys can keep me posted on video quality, that would be fantastic. So that's kind of where we're at right now. Supposedly a snowstorm coming in, which for us, a snowstorm is literally 2 inches. And they're going to shut down the entire city. So our Walmart and our Winco in town here for groceries, which sucks because I needed to go grocery shopping today anyways. It's madness. It's chaos. I had to get, well, you guys can't see, but over here, I'm recording an FBA for Beginners tutorial. And well, not tutorial, I'm recording 30 of them for a free course I'm getting ready to drop on you guys. And I had to go get a cord, and I drove by Walmart, and there was no effing way that was going to happen. So I went to Staples instead, and it's chaos. People are losing their minds out there right now. It's so stupid. So that's how the current situation is over here in the Oregon area. How are you all doing tonight? See, we got Everyday FBA in the house. Definitely one of my faves. Got Mr. Matthew Hartle. That means the party can officially start. Here in Virginia, if they talk about snow, they shut down here for a week. It blows my mind. And we're an hour south of Portland. We're in what's called the Willamette Valley. So we're literally surrounded by hills and mountains. So we're in this dome, this valley. And so we usually get hit harder with snow when it hits. It pummels down to that sea level here for some reason. But they're saying like trace to 2 inches is all we're supposed to see. But even there, it's like people are still freaking out. How else can you prepare without 6 months of food? Oh, man. People are literally losing their minds. Hold on. I'm going to sound effect time. I'm going to bust open my LaCroix. My freaking employee, Ryan, if you're watching this, my employee got me hooked on these things. But I have not had a Coke Zero in like 2 months. Now I just have me a few LaCroix and I'm good. Cold in Nebraska, -30. Oh, jeez. Yeah, no. I'm good with where we're at. We're getting ready to drop down into 20s for the first time this year. But I'm definitely man, we're ready for Vegas. We're going to ASD next month. P.S. If you're in Las Vegas or going to Las Vegas for ASD in March, we are going. We're going to be hosting. I don't know what we're doing with the meetup yet. I don't know if we're going to do this big meetup at a bar or if we're going to do something low key yet. I still got to figure out what we're going to do. dates and all that stuff. Yeah, it's true. If they can't guarantee the safety of the kids that live further out, then they definitely close down. And I think that's the case around here too, because even though we're in a small town south of Portland by an hour, but even in Portland, there's a lot of people that do travel down from hills and mountains to get their kids to school. -45 in South Dakota. Oh, man. Everyone does have the flu. Holy crap. We have had, is it like nationwide? Has anyone else seen just a crazy plague of flu going around? I somehow, Trista and Titus both had it 2 different occasions, and I somehow managed to slip by and not have an ounce of sickness. I even took care of Titus for a good 24 hours straight, holding on to him basically the whole time. And I'm shocked I did not get hit with anything. I'm one of those ones I rarely get sick. I haven't been sick in 2 or 3 years, but when it hits me, it's usually pretty hard. There's another Gretchen in the house. Oh man. Yeah. And it's like, I don't know what it is this year. The flu, it's getting hit. It's hitting people like back to back. I just requested sickness. I did. Every year it happens too. I'm literally like, oh, I haven't gotten sick this year. And then boom, I'll be hit next week. Just watch. Oh, what's up, Laura? In Salem, my mother-in-law wants to buy the whole Winco store just in case. That's definitely going around right now. I've got family that lives over in Salem, so I'm in Salem pretty often. We're just going to keep it low-key. Trista's on her way. She had to pick up little man and get caught in traffic, of course. So when they get here, we'll dive into the official topic of the whole world, the whole realm of time management, work-life balance, structuring your week, all these questions that we keep getting asked because we run, you guys know by now, we don't do any one side hustle full-time. Now this year, we made a decision this year, we want to make reselling a full-time standalone income. But for the last several years, we were side hustle pros because we have multiple side hustles that make up our entire income. And people have always asked, how do we balance multiple side hustles? How do we balance the work-life, issues and all that kind of stuff? So it's nice because I take care of a lot of the businessy side of stuff, especially like the back end workings. And then Trista works more with, obviously she takes care of Titus at the house a lot more than I do. She allots me the time to be here at the office a lot more than what she is, but she still does a lot of actual business work as well. So we come with 2 different perspectives, which is why I thought this would be a good topic for you guys. Is a $5 profit good on everything you sell? Depends on your buy cost. If you spend $50 on an item, no, that's not going to be a good return. If you're spending $10 on an item to make a $5 net profit, that's a 50% ROI, you're good. And some people, that's going to be a no. Some people won't do $5 profit unless they're buying it for like $1, maybe $2, especially the people that like to double their money on every single flip. It really depends on what you want to do as a business model. There's no right or wrong way to do the business. It's just choosing the one that fits you best. So there's so many people that watch my videos and they're like, yeah, it's not worth all the work that you're doing to make that amount of money. It's like, well, for me it is, because I don't have to report to a boss. I get to do whatever the hell I want every day. Like, for me, it's worth it. I'll go hustle all day long, 12 hours a day, if I get to be my own boss and call my own shots. Like today is a Friday. Today should have been the busiest day of the week for me, especially because we have this snowstorm coming in. And I don't know how bad it's going to be. I may not be able to drive into the office for the next couple days. But Friday should have been the hardest day of the week for me. And guess what? I slept in until 9 for the first time in I don't know how long. I got to sleep in. I went to the gym. I had a chill first half of the day, and I came into the office at 1. Today's been amazing because I got to call those shots. I could never do that at my old job. I can never do that. Yeah, you want side hustles. Talk to my man Matthew over here. Dude's a beast. I still need to get into the kickball arena. I'm all over that. I remember watching your videos 2 years ago. One of the best tips you gave, use a Scotty peeler to run across the tape. It sticks really good. Absolutely. I mean, you can use your fingernails, but when you just take that Scotty peeler and just run over it, like it does not come off the box, especially if you guys have dealt with working in your garage or especially in a warehouse. Like even though we have, this thing's reversed. There we go. That is a heater for this unit. It does fantastic up until it gets to about 35 or below. And then it's just freaking cold in here because that garage door is not insulated at all. So that's another project I need to tackle. But I was getting to the point of if you work in a garage or a warehouse where it's a lot colder than usual, especially if you're doing with like your living room or something, you don't run into this issue. But tape will start to come off the boxes. I don't know if any of you guys have dealt with that before. So when I started just taking the Scotty peeler, you're not cutting with the Scotty peeler, using like the flat head of it, and you just rub down on that tape. It gets embedded in those boxes really well. Did you get a chance to check out those shoes from OS Used? I have no idea what that is referring to. If it's something you sent me, I have not been on my emails this week, so I have not gotten a chance to look at any emails. Yeah, see, somebody like Eric, he likes to have $50 profit margin at a minimum. So you all run different business models. There's no right or wrong way to do it. It's just doing what's going to fit best for your lifestyle that you want. It's the same thing as, in our Amazon business where I'm starting to get more into wholesale and like health and personal care stuff. I'm only making like $3, $4, $5 per unit, but I'm trying to do volume and I'm good with that. But on our electronics account, I want to make like a $30 absolute minimum on every flip we do. So it's definitely, you got to play the balances of where you want it to be at. The beard grows fast. My hair does grow ridiculously fast. And I think it's been helping out that I have not been, usually I would lightly trim this thing at least like every other day. And I have not trimmed it at all. I haven't touched it in like 2 weeks now. And it's definitely starting to getting to where I want it to be. It's definitely not, it's still in kind of like the crazy phase where they're all poking out like crazy. Like I need it to get smoothed out just a little bit more and then I'll be happy. Need to get on the Matthew Hartle level. Augustine just found the channel, really enjoying it. Awesome. Thanks for subscribing. Appreciate it. Yeah, heat gun on labels. If you guys can't afford a $15 or $20 heat gun, figure out a way to get one because they work tremendously. But you can also just use a hairdryer if you got one of those laying around. So if you guys are still picking your stickers off or using Goo Gone to get them, like get a heat gun. Trust me. Do not use the heat gun on certain materials like video game packaging, video game covers. Do not use it on there. I learned that lesson early on. RIP video game that happened like 2 years ago. See your lights. I was thinking about picking up a ring light. Do you think the box lights are better? I don't know. I kind of go back and forth because I've got every light possible now. It's over here. So I've got the ring light and we've got the two softbox lights. And now Trista has this crazy, she's getting ready to do a review video on this, by the way. This is all one giant box for clothing and it has built-in lights on it. So that's all its own light. So far, I would say if I were to choose one method of lighting, it would probably be the soft boxes. And those are ones that have four? No, they have two. Maybe they have four. I'm pretty sure they have two, maybe four. But those have two light bulbs each inside of them. So the brightness on those is awesome. But I will say for video creation and getting more, like if you have a small object that needs a lot of light and focus light, the ring light does really well. You don't need both, but if you have the space and the money, it's handy to have both because like for shoes, I started putting those on each side. I hate that this is reversed. It's messing me up. These box lights, when I do shoes, they'll be kind of set up how they are now. And then I'll put the ring light like up in front, angled down a little bit. And I use my phone for photos, but we also have a couple Canons laying around we use for photos. And so we'll be able to put the phone or the camera through the ring light in the middle and take photos that way. And I mean, there's no editing involved with that. It's just pure white background. So if you can, I mean, that's why I use both, but you don't need them. But ring light it's phenomenal, especially for video creation stuff. Especially because I just started today. I'm filming the FBA for Beginners course. It's like 30 videos. I'm going deep on this, and the ring light is all I'm using for my lighting for that. It's just spot on. Do not use heat gun on meltables. That is a very, very good piece of advice. What are your thoughts on selling books with a good return, but the rating may be in the millions? You need to do a little bit of research on different categories and ranks, because a book that's ranked like 2 million is great. Like books, you have to look at how many products are in the category. So if you look at something like toys, there's like I mean, I know this completely varies category by category, and you should always look at Keepa. But in general, if you can get a toy that's ranked under 100,000, that's considered a good rank. If you get a book that's ranked under a million, that's considered a good rank, because there's mass amounts of books. I haven't checked in a while, but it's over 60 million SKUs on books. Probably way more. It's been a long time since I actually looked it up, but I know it's over 60 million as far as the books go. So if you get a rank of a couple million, you're still good. Of course, look at Keepa, because Keepa is going to show you exactly how many sales are happening. And the nice part with Keepa is you can see what the whole history is. So you can see why the rank may not be as great as you thought. There may not be FBA sellers on a listing, and that's why the rank is bad. So you can come in as the only FBA seller and start to move some product, because you are now a prime product. There's all kinds of scenarios that you can run through. This is why learning how to read Keepa is the number one tool that you need, and it's the number one thing everyone should be focusing on. Like, it's my personal opinion that, and I didn't know any of this back when I first started, by the way. That's why I'm trying to get laser focused on how to help you guys more based on the mistakes that I made and what I wish I knew early on. My personal opinion is you never invest in any software, any program, any paid anything until you learn how to read a Keepa chart. That's when you can start your business, when you learn how to read a Keepa chart. I hear the little one. You guys want to see a guest appearance by a 4-year-old? What's up, fam?
Hi.
What'd you get? You got Pop. You want to say hi, YouTube? I don't want any. I got my water. Here. Come here.
Hi.
You haven't been on the YouTubes in a while.
Hi.
Say what's up, fam.
Hi.
You're tired. Anyone with kids will understand these eyes. At the end of the day, when they're just... You're just cracking yourself up. Oh, goodness. Okay. Hence we were just talking about kids being sick. He still got the leftover cough. All right, let me hit a few more of these little mini Q&A, and then Tristan and I will dive into... We're talking about work-life balance. Are you excited? This is real behind the scenes we're going to talk about here. Am I seeing that correctly? You roll your background from the base of the... Oh, I see. Yeah, that I'm assuming you're referring to. That's where we do our flat lay stuff. I do my electronics photos there. It's pinned up on the table. It's pinned up on the wall. And then I just drape it over. You can see this table right here. I just drape it over the table. So that way I have a place to put stuff as I'm photoing, and then slide them over, photo, and then they get put onto that shelf. So it's kind of the nice little system that we came up with for that. All right, let me scroll down here, get caught up. I know. You're still hacking up some stuff back there. Gretchen, and there is the sickness. We literally were just talking about being sick. I have a 5-year-old boy as well, and my daughter was just born in September. My Amazon account grew because of your dedication. That's amazing. Congrats on the little girl. I'll have to take some training tips because we've got the little girl coming in June, and we have no idea what to do yet. You want to squeeze on in here?
Hey guys. Sorry I'm late. I was just mastering my work-life balance so well.
You want to tell them why you were late, though?
I was super late. Today's been crazy.
How many pounds did you source?
I think I got 110-ish. Let me math it.
That's a lot of clothes.
Let me math. Hang on 1 second.
It's a good thing I have my own car today. You probably don't have room in yours.
Yeah. And then I took my mom and she also bought like 60 pounds. So
holy ghostly white. Let me turn this light down. I got to turn my lighting down.
Okay. So I got 100 pounds on the dot, apparently.
Is that better?
I'm so tired.
Well, yeah,
So
you've been out
bins
since, what time did you leave?
I look so bad.
This is the first time I've seen her
isn't
today.
fair.
I was past the F out when you guys left. You left at what, 8? 8:30?
Yeah, like
I didn't
8:30,
even-
and then I picked up my mom and dropped Titus off. I don't know. So I was there at the bins for like 5 hours, 6 hours.
This
And
might be
then-
a short episode.
Yeah. So yes. Oh, Matt says I look amazing. Yay. You're so nice, Matt. I feel
It's
like
never the same when I say it. It's when other people do it. She's
Yeah.
like, oh, it makes
you
me
have
feel
to
good."
say it.
I don't have to.
Some
I could be a
days,
jerk.
some days I feel like a trash monkey. He loves that.
I just want to have a notepad with me at all times just to write down some of the stuff that comes out of her mouth. Like the first time that you
Super
ever
funny.
said that.
Missy's on here. Hi, Missy. Okay. So yeah, mastering my work-life balance. Let's talk about that. Yeah, so I was at the bins with my mom.
Even
for,
Gretchen was like, what's a
6
trash
hours.
monkey? That's what I said the first time. Oh, man.
So did the bins, drove the hour and a half home, and then got Titus and realized that it was dinner time and hadn't fed him yet. So, swung through McDonald's. Don't judge me.
That's real life work-life balance sometimes.
That's right. Got my dinner.
I know, we got matching dinners. Cheers.
So sad. I shouldn't be doing this because I'm carrying human life, but I'm also really tired. Oh, see? It's like a trash panda.
That's awesome.
It's like a trash panda, but more hyper.
That's amazing.
I love that. Good, Eric. I like it. Oh my gosh, so funny.
We just need to start you a merch account and just start putting your quotes.
Yeah.
We can copyright them, trademark them.
So anyway, yeah, Gretchen, I'm surviving the day today, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about real work-life balance because this pace, while super enjoyable, cannot last the whole of your business or you will crash and burn.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed?
And that's kind of what we both did last year. Like 2018 was a rough year, and I felt like we were so go, all the, like straight up business all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we really slacked on like date nights, one-on-one quality time.
Yeah, and just like the day-to-day, like getting the stuff that we needed to get done
It was just
on our
rushed
business. Yeah,
every
it was always like, and so I think one of the big things that we do now that really helps is check in with each other. Like if by a weird coincidence, I don't see him before I go to bed, which
would
that
have been
doesn't
yesterday.
happen that often.
That would have been yesterday.
Yesterday? I don't remember yesterday.
Exactly.
I don't remember that.
Yesterday was one of those busy days.
You stayed really late.
Yeah,
last
I
night.
stayed here
Okay,
at the
I
office
remember.
late, which I don't
you
do
did.
often anymore.
Mhm.
I did a lot last year, and that's why I don't want to do it as much this year because I want to,
Yeah.
be with my family at nighttime.
Mhm.
Dinner. I want to be home for dinner. I want to be there when Titus goes to bed. We're on a Super Smash Bros. Kick, so we play a little bit of Smash Bros. Before bedtime each night right now. And it's just a lot of fun. That's hilarious. We're slacking on something with a bun in the oven.
Well, you know.
Got to make time for some
Sometime.
things. This is real life.
Awkward. This is move on.
It's not awkward. Do you guys watch this show because we go fancy, or do you watch it because we just share like
don't know
real
that
life?
I've ever talked about sex on YouTube before.
There's only like 100,000 people on here.
Okay. Anyway, this is weird.
I just love when
getting
you
weird.
get so weird. Like you can't see it because the light is hitting her face, but your cheeks are turning red right here.
Yeah.
I think it's hilarious. Yeah, you guys like the real talk, life
Yeah. And Peggy's here. The gang's all here.
stuff. Got the whole VIP
Oh my
crew
gosh,
up in here.
Everyone's here. Martin's here.
Peggy. It's hilarious. Please don't spit that on my computer. Not on the computer.
I'm joking.
Go that way.
Okay, you guys, come
I
on.
just got nervous. I
I'm
thought you were
gonna
going to spit
die.
that on the computer.
Oh my gosh, that kills me. Anyway, yeah, I think that was one of the big things that we changed this year was just checking in with each other, because it also kind of puts in framework what you're going to do for the next day, and then it keeps you accountable because you told the other person kind of what's going on. So
That's true.
oh my gosh.
There's a lot of times that she's like, hey, did you do, and then insert whatever I told her I was going to do that day. And it might be like 4:00. I'm like, nope, but I'm going to get it done right now.
Right now.
Like having that accountability is key. And it doesn't have to be a spouse or a business partner. I mean, we're blessed enough to be able to like spouse and business partner technically. But if it's just someone else in the community of reselling that you check in with via text, like an accountability partner of some sort, is crucial. It literally makes a huge difference. And that's the thing too I've learned is business isn't necessarily about like the tactics and strategies. It's more so just about being held accountable to do the things you know you should be doing, because we're human and we like to procrastinate and be lazy sometimes.
Yeah, and sometimes you just have to hold yourself accountable. That's maybe the harder part. But
That's the reason why I laugh sometimes when people are like, oh, I can't wait to be my own boss. I'm like, really? It's a lot more difficult to hold yourself accountable
yeah,
when you have nothing else to do or no one else to tell you what to do, like a boss.
yeah,
Like going to a job, like I need to do some YouTube videos based around these topics. I'm gonna clickbait the title a little bit and be like, going to a job is easy. I'm not saying the work is easy. The work may be difficult. Trust me, we've both been there. But going to a job and being told what you need to do bare minimum just to collect your paycheck and clock out for the day, and after 5:00 it's your time. That was simple. That was easy. Being self-employed, there was a good 6-month time frame where I quit my job first. She was working full-time, and for like 6 months I was just a lazy slob. I put on a ton of weight. I literally did nothing for like 6 months. And
you
finally,
were a trash monkey.
I was a legit trash monkey. And then finally, like the amount of days that we got into arguments because I was supposed to be working on my business all day. She would come home at like 6:00 from work, and I was still watching Netflix from when she left in the morning. There was a lot of arguments back then.
True story.
I was
bro.
a completely different person.
Yeah.
Zero ambitions, no goals. It was ridiculous. And then she finally had to sit down and talk with me, like, go back to your job because you were actually productive there.
Yeah, I told him he had to go get a new job.
Yeah. Or I had to make self-employment work, and I made that decision real quick and I started working at it.
Should we answer some questions?
Yeah. If you guys got questions, drop them over there.
What do we use for books? We use QuickBooks. GoDaddy.
Wait, for like bookkeeping or
Yeah.
like physical books?
No, we don't sell
Well,
books.
there was a book question earlier.
Oh, there was?
Yeah.
Like, we don't sell books, weirdo. I totally just lost it. It was for like bookkeeping.
Oh, okay. That could have went both ways.
GoDaddy.
I'm in the process of. I got signed up for QuickBooks. I'm going to switch everything over to QuickBooks.
Okay, good question. So Tanya wanted to know where I recommend sourcing for clothing. That is a answer that is totally depending on all the variables that are specific to you. So we're in an area where like our regular Goodwills price crazy high, like $12 for jeans, $8 for a top, $10 to $15 for sweaters, just way too high.
You know, we watch other people's videos when they're out thrifting. They're like, I paid $1.99 for this.
It's like, why do we live here, man? So
beats me. It's because we got family here. That's why. We would have been in Texas right now.
I know. So anyway, I had to find a better solution. And I had started out in regular Goodwills and I would just go on the days that they were half off. So for us, that's Saturday or Sunday. Sunday morning, they put a new tag color on sale, and that color throughout the store is half off. So I would only source that tag color, and I would go bright and early on Sunday morning. I would go to my local Goodwill. I'd go kind of all over the place and kind of spend the day doing that. And then we have a really nice Goodwill outlet, which most people call the bins.
The zoo.
Whatever. We have a really
rough
nice
place.
It's not that bad.
I went one time with her like a year and a half ago.
There's some people in our group, like in the chat, you guys can pipe in. Like, you guys have some serious, like, rough outlets, but ours is really chill.
And some of you have no idea what the outlets are. Like, just go to YouTube and type in Goodwill bins.
Or Goodwill outlet. I think it's probably more like
and
outlet.
Watch what some of these. I mean, some of them are crazy. I've seen some ones out of the Vegas one.
Yeah,
it's like Black Friday on crack. It's just, it's nuts.
If you have the option to, the opportunity, if you have one close to you, you should at least go check it out. So the great thing about the outlets is that you pay per pound, not per item. So there's huge opportunity. I don't even know how many pieces I got. I got 100 pounds for $130 today. So
you're literally paying like under $1 per item.
My average is 75 cents per item. So that is where I source. I would say I'm like 90%. Don't you think? Yeah. I'm like 90% outlet at this point. Yeah. I rarely go into the regular.
Beginning, you were hitting every thrift store you could.
Yeah.
And you were going up and down, like, because we don't have a
Savers.
Savers, that's what I was thinking of, but we have a Value Village.
We have Value Village, but they're pretty like spaced out in weird places where we live. So Goodwill is kind of the best option.
For here, yeah. And that really does, it depends on your area. Because some areas, I mean, like when we went to DC, I was shocked. We have like 30 Goodwills around here.
Yeah.
And I was excited when we went to DC to go source at different areas. There was like 5 Goodwills in driving distance.
Yeah, it was nothing.
So it just depends on, but I think with less actual Goodwills, there's probably more mom and pop shops, like thrift stores. So
that price better, probably.
Yeah, so it depends on your area, and you kind of just have to go out and find them, because a lot of them, like the best ones that we've found before, they're not going to be these big, magnificent stores. They're going to be just small mom and pop shops. They may not even be on Google. Like if you go onto your Google Maps on your, we use iPhone. I don't know what map system that Droid uses, but if you just type in thrift store, it's going to pop up with Goodwills and all these different places. Some of these mom and pop shops are not going to show up. So you kind of just have to drive around and find them. Yeah.
So like I'm reading stories about really crazy, Cali bins are crazy. I can imagine.
Can you imagine like downtown LA or something like that?
Yeah, like crazy. We are fortunate and have nice outlets. So I think it just depends on where you are, what you can get that's like readily available. The other thing though is that this takes me, it is really rare that I go and spend less than 4 hours because you're digging through bins of clothing. There's a lot of garbage, not actual garbage, but there's a lot of
I don't know.
clothing
Some of those
that I
bins are
wouldn't sell.
pretty nasty.
There's a lot of stuff I wouldn't sell just because it's like Walmart or Target brand or, just not a current style. So the other thing though that I would say is that the bins or the outlets are getting clothing from the regular stores that didn't sell. Sometimes they get raw donations, but I mean, most of the stuff that you pull out of the outlet has the Goodwill tag still on it. So, yeah, we don't have needles and crack pipes in our bins, Matt. You should find a better bins.
Oh man.
But so if you want like higher end items that you might pay up for or pay a little more for, but you're going to sell at a higher dollar or price point online, that's where I would definitely think about just going into regular thrift stores or Goodwills where you can find those, because by the time they donate that stuff, or by the time they donate clothing to the outlets, that stuff has already been picked over and it's gone. So anyway, I'm going to stop chatting about.
Yeah,
bins.
I mean, for those, I will say, even though I had a I just have zero tolerance for most people.
Yeah.
And so when I went in and I went in the books bins, the worst of the worst go to the books. These are the guys with old school fobs up tops on their phone. And I mean, it's literally like they were elbowing each other in that pile. And I've just got zero tolerance for that stuff.
I looked up and he's like a good 20 feet from me. And I just look up and I see your face and there's just rage. I was like, I think I got to get him out of here.
No, because I went to go grab this book, and I'm like, it was my first time in. I would probably do a lot better this time, but this was almost 2 years ago. I went in, and I went in, and you start doing your thing, and I'm like, well, at the time I wasn't into electronics or anything, so I'm like, well, I know how to flip books, so I'll start scanning books,
right?
And I went up to the book, started scan one, and these people are like crazy fast.
Yeah.
And I went to grab one book, my hand is on it, and this guy like moved my arm out of the way and took it, and I'm like, I need to walk away right now. I'm going to lay this mother effer out. I was so close.
I saw this and I was like,
I literally went like this, and I just turned, I'm like, I'm going to lose my mind right now. And I'm like, I've got zero tolerance for that stuff.
We left.
So I literally I just sat and played on my phone for the next hour or however long we were there.
I can't take you there because you're just
I would do a lot better now because
like,
I have the expectation.
At hour 2, you'd be like, are we ready to go yet?
Yeah. It depends. Like it depends on what I'm finding. Because I did go into one other outlet by myself. It was in Vancouver.
Oh yeah, you did do that one.
And there was like 5 people in there the whole time. It was great. It was like Tuesday at 3 p.m. or something like that. And there was like 5 people in there, and I found a bunch of software, like 2009, 2010 Mac software. And you pay for software and CD stuff. You pay $1.29, I think it was. And so I paid $1.29. We've been selling this stuff. It's all up on that shelf. We've sold a few of them for $20-25 now. And that was a pleasant experience. There was no elbows, no crazy people. So I'll go back into that one. I haven't been back into the Portland one. I don't know. Maybe it was just that one person that just set me off, but I've just got zero tolerance for people. So I've got a really short fuse. It's not a good thing.
Oh my gosh. This person, he said,
yes!
The bins. He's 6'8" and 280 pounds.
Green Giant.
They'd be like,
need to get you out here as my personal bodyguard when we go in.
Okay, I did see another question about boxes. We do most of our Most of our eBay shipping is USPS, so we get free boxes from them. We always recycle our Amazon boxes. Sometimes we'll get like customer returns, or
you guys can't really see it. They're all broken down now, but we've got a big pile of. I do a lot of online arbitrage, so Amazon, you can see like the Amazon tape. They send us a lot of boxes for OA stuff, and we just reuse those, especially for electronics. We're shipping like weird like VCRs and just odd shaped stuff. So those boxes.
So unless a box is fairly mangled, we don't throw it away. And then the other thing is that we do order off of Uline. occasionally.
The Uline's been really nice, especially when you do like Funko Pops. I've got these 7x5x4 boxes, and they're just a perfect fit for Funko Pops, and it protects them. Those have been fantastic. So I'm becoming a big fan of Uline, and they're actually just in Washington, so it's 1-day shipping on our orders, which has been nice.
Yeah.
And if you know you're going to sell a lot of the same size of an item, sometimes it's worth it just to pay up on the supplies a little bit, so you know you're going to have consistency with those boxes, and you don't have to like go dig through a pile to find the right box every time.
Deb has a question about PayPal.
Do you already have a PayPal account? Oh, she was asking. She was replying to Brian.
Oh,
what was Brian's question?
Sorry, I'm not really reading your questions very well.
Let me take.
Maybe you should facilitate this.
Trista has a fidgety finger with the chat every time, and she's always like up and down, up and down, up and down.
Yeah.
All right.
Usually I get to take a shower before I do anything else afterwards, though. I will say it's not like the cleanest place. It's not nasty like some of y'all's stories, but it's dirty.
You're so nice when you say that. Can you do a video on your packing and shipping? I've already done a couple videos on, like, one of them I showed how to ship shoes. Another one I showed how to ship VCR units, and you can basically ship everything. Watch the VCR shipping video, and I ship all of our stuff the exact same way. Do you
want to demo shipping our son in a box?
Sure.
Okay, get to
Has it been one of those days? So, parents understand.
My dad said he was great, and then I walk in the door, and he's like,
yeah, they're always great for grandparents. They're like, yeah, he ate a full meal, had no fits today. I was like, well,
took a nap.
Whose kid did you have?
Took a nap. I can't get my son to take a nap anymore.
It's pretty funny. So if you look on our channel, until I get my course put together for eBay, which is the next one I'm working on FBA right now, the next course will have a nice streamlined module just on shipping. And I'm going to show you how to ship all kinds of different stuff. Priority boxes, regional, all that kind of stuff that's involved. Clothing,
shoes,
all of it's going to be in there.
Toddlers,
but
all of it.
we'll do probably get that one taken down. Somebody will flag it.
There was a story.
It would be a funny mock video.
No. Somebody posted about it in our group once about how the Postal Service got started shipping children. You should Google it. I'm not advocating
are you being
this.
Serious?
I'm serious. Do you guys remember that?
I've never heard this before.
No, it's a thing. You should Google it.
I feel like that would be a really good giveaway
it was
question.
It was back in the 1910 or something. I don't remember exactly, but it's see, Diana remembers.
That's crazy.
I think it was in our group, Gretchen. I don't know. Maybe not. Yeah, it's on the internet. It must be true.
You hear that? The rain kicked in, which means it's turned into snow soon.
I don't think it is. I think that you're part of the problem here, man.
People are losing their minds out there.
No, you're part of the problem because everyone is always the snow, but that's what you're doing.
I'm not in a shopping store right now.
You aren't. I really can't believe our community
Oh, it's chaos out there.
So crazy.
So, that's a good question. Somebody asked about thank you cards. You want to tell them how you do yours?
I want to tell you that I do them on Canva.
Canva.com. Canva.com. It's just basic graphic designing.
Yep.
You don't need to be a graphic designer at all. That's where I make all my thumbnails, all my graphics for Instagram.
They have really nice templates, so you don't even need to really think too hard about any of it. But I just put on there that and I don't print on super fancy paper. I know that a lot of resellers order them on Vistaprint, on cardstock. Here's the thing. My philosophy is that the customer is going to appreciate the thank you card and then throw it in the garbage directly after.
It's true.
I'm not going to spend 20, 25, 35 cents on a thank you card that they're going to throw away. So my thank you cards are nice, but they're on a regular paper. I just say, thank you for your purchase. I'm a small business. I appreciate your support. Mm-hmm. My goal is always 5 stars. If I haven't met that expectation, please let me know. Thank you for shopping on eBay.
Ooh, 10 cents at Walgreens.
Well, Gretchen,
We might need to check out the Walgreens.
our
situation.
Walgreens is terrible. I don't even know if I want to go in there.
We live in a small town. Everything's
Yeah.
terrible.
I went in there once to get my passport photo done, and they were like, like, I just,
As if it's, it's like,
yeah.
it's a service you provide and I'm paying for it.
Yeah.
Why is it a deal?
So anyway, that's what I do. Nothing too fancy. I think that the item should speak for itself, not your thank you card. So make it nice, but don't go crazy.
I want to give him a photo of me.
Matt found the shipping children article.
That
Everybody
is
should
legit.
read it. That it's real.
I need to read this. That is,
I don't think they put them in boxes. I think they just tagged them and like put them on
like clipped it on their shirt and
Yeah.
tossed them on a truck.
for sure.
Oh, I
It was a
love the internet.
different time. Oh, it's on the Smithsonian.com.
Well, it's got to be legit then.
So put out by our government. It's definitely true, right? I'm not even going to go down that road.
Because they don't lie about anything.
We're just going to.
They're listening right now.
Just going to.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean
Stay on the straight and narrow right now.
Watch our YouTube live. It's just like,
Those were the good old days.
it went black. What's happening?
Oh, man.
Do we do Amazon or eBay? We do both.
You can ship chickens with USPS.
Whoa.
Is that real? I don't feel like that's real.
I feel like I would want to go buy
It's
a
like a
chicken just so I
live-
can ship it if that's the case.
That's a live thing that poops.
Yeah, what do they do? Like,
I don't want to know.
I need to look into this. We just need to do an episode on like the weirdest stuff that USPS does.
Oh, this show's going in a weird direction tonight, you guys.
How about that time
I'm so
management?
sorry. Oh, you already answered that question. We do both.
Poke holes in the box.
Poke
That
holes in
works.
the box. Oh, okay. We gotta stop. Anyway, I'm really excited to go to Vegas.
Vegas is gonna be so fun.
I'm so excited. I know that there's like a bunch of people in the chat who are probably sick of hearing me say that. This is getting weird, you guys.
Oh my gosh, I haven't seen that movie in so long. It is such a classic.
Okay.
Can you milk me? It's such a good movie. I'm sorry, that was hilarious. Yeah, I feel like Eric and I have the exact same humor on a lot of cases.
Oh my gosh. It is raining though.
That's hilarious.
Store update. Gretchen's trying to very subtly change the subject.
I was liking where that direction was going. We can get into epic movies.
Yeah, if you think that we're hilarious, you guys better be liking us.
Yeah, where's my smash the like button crew?
Yeah. It is a pretty funny live chat. This is so funny. I haven't even been drinking. Obviously.
I actually haven't had any alcohol in like a week.
Deb
Shockingly.
is going to eBay Open, which I really want to go to, Deb, and that's not what I'm talking about, though. We're going to ASD trade show in March 20th, 17th through the
We get
20th.
in the night of the 16th and
Mhm.
fly back out on the 20th.
Yeah, so I'm so excited for a couple of reasons. I'm excited to do ASD for
You're
like a
excited
day.
to chill by the pool and get
And
some
then I'm
sunshine.
excited for the pool in the sun. But I am actually legit excited about going to ASD,
This is the first year that we have like
walking the floor again.
a lot of our core people here, our audience. A lot of our VIP members are going to be there. Like I've been, Trista, you didn't go last year.
I did not.
I went, really in store update. Trista didn't go last year. I went the last 2 years in a row. She went with me that first year.
Yeah.
And both years, like I've known people, but it's just different when it's like we've got a core group of just amazing people going this time. So I feel like it's going to be a blast.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really excited. So if you guys are going, we're probably going to host some type of, not like a huge meetup,
Yeah.
But just like we'll let you guys know where we're going to eat lunch every day, and we'll do like lunch meetups and dinner and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Matt kept me up from storing last year. Actually, no, I slept like a rock on that couch. But I remember there was one night when I just didn't feel good one of the nights. I tried to go to sleep at like midnight, and then at 4 a.m. everyone rolled back in to the house we were all staying at, just completely drunk and loud. And I remember 4 a.m. I'm like, oh, my head.
So yeah, we're eBay open, and then I'll talk about the store. So eBay open, Charles might go, but
it's going to be cutting it close.
Yeah.
I'm doing a Spartan race in Pennsylvania with one of our VIP members, Ron.
Mm-hmm.
He's not just one of our VIP members. He was one of my fitness clients. And I mean, dude crushed it, lost 40 plus pounds, looks incredible. And he's always wanted to do a Spartan race. So when we were in DC, I told him I was going to fly out and do it with him. And then he sent me a link to an article with the top 5 hardest Spartan races in the US. And we're doing the number 1. So I've got to pick up my training.
You got to get on it.
Oh,
buddy.
man. So it's literally the same week. I think it's just a few days before eBay open. So I'm literally going to have to fly directly from Pennsylvania to Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to have a 1-month-old. So we just have to see where we're at.
Yeah, so that was where
sure.
I was going, is that you might not get to go because we're going to have a 1-month-old.
So, and I already have a tough time leaving, like even just Titus for a couple days. I have a tough time being away from him. So yeah, with the newborn, I don't know. It's up in the air right now. I would love to go, but we'll see.
Yeah. I'm excited for you to do the Spartan though.
I'll be excited.
I wish I could be there to like watch it all go down. You know what I'm saying?
It's oh man, it's gonna be rough. I'm excited though. I'm really, really excited to get back into like competing.
I'm really excited for you. Ours is the one here in the Northwest is too close to having had a baby.
Yeah,
so I'm not going to do
August
that
10th.
one. But I have done.
I guess that's a little plug. If anyone is in the Northwest area and wants a kick in the ass,
yeah, they're so
Portland
fun.
Pickers and I are going to be teaming up, and they've created a team name and everything, and we're going to be doing Spartan Race here in Washougal, Washington, which is just north of Portland. It's going to be August 10th. So if you guys want to set a huge commitment for yourself in the fitness world, we're definitely going to be hitting that one.
Yeah. So excited for that. You're possibly going to eBay Open, and we've never gone to the ASD in like later in the summer, July, August, whenever that is, because it's July and it's freaking hot. And like, why don't they do that somewhere else? Anyway, the store. How's the store? The store has been a little slow. We have not been open that much in the last month. We were in DC. We came home, and then we all got the stomach flu. Well, you didn't.
I talked about that earlier.
I can't talk.
I don't know how.
Whatever.
2 different times too. I don't know how.
Actually, I'm really excited. I spent a lot of time today just sourcing stuff for the store.
We've also
did buy stuff for eBay and Poshmark, but I would say at least more than half, way more than half. I got a ton of stuff for the store. So the store takes a little
account now too.
Yes.
So we've got a wholesaler for shoes and clothing for eBay.
Yeah.
And she's been picking out some of the stuff to test in the store,
yeah,
which will be nice because it's kind of replenishable brands that we can just get more of.
Maybe yoga studio or
and we're going to be the only people in our town that carry these brands in a physical storefront. All the stores in town don't carry these brands. So if those do well, we can just keep ordering those. The hardest part is, and this makes us appreciate platforms like eBay and Amazon way more, is foot traffic. We're a block away, even though we're only a block away from the downtown area, no one walks down here. So we're going to have to come up with a lot better signage to put around town. They've got these business owner weekly get-togethers where you can go powwow with all the other business owners in town. Trista wanted to start going to that every single week just to network and build those connections and get referrals. I think referrals are where we're going to drive a lot of traffic.
Yeah.
So it makes us appreciate a lot more the fact that we could just list an item on eBay or Amazon and there's thousands of people looking for that item.
Yeah.
So it's been tough to get foot traffic in here. We've got a lot of cars that drive by, so we've just got to figure out ways to get them to stop. And our building setup it's going to get better, but it's been weird. We have a horrible parking lot situation in the back. Like the spaces are so crammed and people know.
Well, you wouldn't know that there's parking behind the building. So it's challenging. We've got some challenges. I would say though, it's been good. We've covered our expenses the last,
we've
3 months.
We've at least broke even every month, which is just on the store itself. And I use the storefront now to open up wholesale accounts. So it's a win on the Amazon side. Yeah. For sure.
And then actually I would say that I do the sourcing and pricing, cleaning, all of that stuff, but Charles really helps a lot with keeping the doors open when I need to be sourcing, or I go to drop him off at school and pick him up, or I just need to run errands and I don't have time to sit and be at the desk all day. So we have a doorbell. We can hear when people come in. And so Charles has been really helpful at keeping the store open, which has been really nice. I know that I wouldn't have broken even in the last couple of months hadn't you been like keeping the store open while I was busy. So it's a joint effort for sure. I would like to eventually hire people, and
well,
there's a couple people in the chat. We just talked about this on Tuesday about like, Trista, you really need to hire someone. And here's the problem. I have a control issue. I'm working on it.
True story.
So anyway.
But here's the cool part about our setup. I don't think either of us would want to do a brick and mortar or a retail shop if it was in another location that we had to drive to.
Definitely not. No.
The reason we're able to pull it off is because I'm in here working every day anyways.
The door is 20 feet over
It's
there.
literally no extra effort for me to hear a doorbell, go greet a customer, and then let them browse and then do a we have a little square card reader on our iPad, and then I can check them out that way. But look at this, like, that's the doorway to the entire.
It's not that dirty in here today.
It's not that dirty. Don't worry. That's the doorway to the brick and mortar. So it's no.
We're gone.
No. Can you guys still see us? Okay.
What happened?
Gretchen texted me and said the camera shut off. Hopefully it's just Gretchen.
Well, you just moved the camera. So did you disconnect it?
Oh, maybe I did. Hold on.
You guys, Charles is messing with things
that's
he
plugged
shouldn't
in.
be messing with.
That's plugged in. All right, let's see. Are we back? Are we good?
You're back.
All right.
Cool.
Must have been a connection glitch. Thanks, Gretchen.
Sorry, guys.
Gretchen's awesome. We couldn't do it without her. eBay's way more labor intensive because you have to take the photos. You have to write the physical descriptions, the titles. You have to ship the stupid thing. Like once it sells, you have to do the shipping. It's a lot more time involved, but there's also like a completely different return on most of your items there. You're not doing these little like $2 or $3 profits like you would on Amazon. Those are going to be, $15, $20, $30 profits, depending on what you're doing. If you're doing clothing, it's smaller return, but your margins, like you're paying 75 cents for a shirt that you sell for 15, like you're making really good money.
Even minimum, like I don't buy anything that I don't think I can sell for less than $10. Like, so if I'm turning 75 cents into $10, that's a really good return. And Amazon, that's not a realistic scenario for every product. There's those like winners that you'll do really well with for a while, but like a normal ROI on Amazon would be between 30 and 50%, wouldn't you say? And a return for eBay can be 1,000% or more. It just depends on
Yeah.
like what you're buying and what
So
you're paying for it.
I would say the labor intensive part is much more difficult on eBay, but on the flip side, finding product for Amazon is the more difficult part. I mean, you can run up and down clearance aisles and Walmarts and Targets and retail stores and do retail arbitrage, but you're going to have a lot of saturation with clearance stuff. You're going to battle, price tanking, all that kind of stuff that you have to go through. And then when you get into a more stable business model, which is going to be like wholesale or private label, wholesale, I mean, it's a numbers game. You got to reach out to hundreds of brands or manufacturers or distributors to get a few good accounts going. And then with private label, it's like its own world, right? You got to know how to take care of logistics from getting a product from China to here to brand registering and all that kind of stuff that goes with it. So I think finding product for Amazon is way more difficult than finding product for eBay. Because I mean, you go into Goodwill, you can find product for eBay pretty quick. Yeah. And your return on investment is going to be really, really nice. With Amazon, it's just, they're two totally different animals.
The other problem though with eBay is that it's not repeatable unless you're selling the same thing over and over on eBay, which isn't the case for us, definitely. It is as we get more into this wholesale journey and learning like what could go on eBay and kind of be resellable or replenishable. Is this for me?
Yeah.
Thanks.
I can tell your throat's like super dry.
Coffee.
Oh. It's the husband-wife thing.
Totally lost my train of thought though.
My bad.
Sorry. So unless you're selling stuff on eBay on a like more replenishable kind of way, then Amazon is really nice because you can buy 100 or 200 or 500 units and send them in and they will sell if you're buying the right products.
Ship it. You don't have to take care of customer service.
Right.
None of that. That's why I love FBA because it's so much more streamlined. Your job is literally find the product.
Yeah.
And then ship it to Amazon. That's it. And then you have the back end, I mean, logistics, you have to take care of like your pricing, which you can easily handle with an automatic repricer. All kinds of different ways you can outsource that stuff.
So if this situation over here gives you anxiety, then maybe eBay isn't for you. Because you do have to store everything that you buy until you sell it. So there's that too. There's so many things to think about with each platform. Both have, probably countless advantages, but there's downfalls too. So you have to kind of figure out what you're okay with.
I think that's why it's great to do both because what may not sell. Like we take a lot of Amazon customer returns, like that entire shelf right there is all customer returns from Amazon that we then list up on eBay, and we're getting almost the same amount that we would have on Amazon for them. Of course, you have to wait for them to sell through, but I think having both is a huge benefit because you get to fill the gaps on what one lacks, and then the other one you can do.
Yep. Oh, Martin's asking a question of somebody else. Sorry, guys. I'm just reading. What setup is required to print label software-wise?
Depends what you're using.
Yeah.
If you're using just a standard Brother printer or something like that, usually those are just plug and play. If you're using a Dymo, sometimes, just go to Dymo. Same thing with Rollo. Go to the websites and download the drivers. I think that's a piece that some people miss on. Some computers are fine. You plug them in, they work fine. Mine was a pain in the butt. So I had to download the drivers and mess around with settings and all that kind of stuff. And finally got them to work, and I love them. Yeah. Take Matthew up on that.
I can't drink beer, Matthew.
I'll
Come
drink
up with
it.
a better plan. Matt said that he would pay me in beer if I got his eBay store jump started.
Sold.
I think you better come up with a better solution.
iPhone or Android? iPhone.
iPhone.
since the day the first one came out.
I think before iPhone, I had that little
You had an LG Shine.
That's what it was.
I don't know how I remember that.
I actually really liked that phone. It like slid
up, yeah.
and it was shiny, like silver. I thought it was such a cool phone. I think I still have
Is
it.
that the one you left in the driveway overnight?
No, that was like my Nokia.
Like a brick of a Nokia. She left no, you didn't leave it overnight. You left it all day. She left a Nokia, the old brick phone, the flip phone, in her parents' driveway all day when it rained, and the thing turned on just fine when you found it.
Yeah. Those Nokias were legit, you guys. I feel like the droids are so complicated. I can't figure them out.
You can definitely customize way more on a droid. I will give them that.
VIP isn't open right now. We're going to be doing a cleanup, kind of figure out where we're at. We'll let you guys know when it opens up, and we do have a waiting list.
Yeah, so shoot me an email if you want to get on the VIP wait list. We go first come, first serve.
We keep it small for a reason, though, because...
And that's why there's not ever spots open up, because not many people leave once they get in.
And it's not because we're super great people. I mean, we're nice people, but it's not like this. It's really just because the community is so good. Everyone supports each other so well. We have this insane mix of newbies and veterans, and the veterans are, I'm saying veterans weird. Sorry. Veterans are really generous with their information. We try to give it as much structure as we humanly can without killing ourselves. But it's a great group to be a part of if you just need the accountability on a weekly basis. We do a live listing call every week. We do a VIP call that is just like a group chat, and we usually have a topic.
I just started up a weekly support call as well. So for an hour, I spend on Zoom video chats with people, helping them out.
Okay, we should stop talking it up because it's not open.
I mean, it's it's the best group we've ever hosted ever
really is,
on Facebook. Like, it's been great.
I
But if you guys want on
know.
the wait list, just email me Chaz, Chaz, not Chad. Everyone, I get so many emails that start like, hey, Chad, Chaz with a Z, at sidehustlepros.com. That's my email. You can also find it in the description below if you're watching the recording.
We've got a lot of our veterans in here tonight.
They're all going to tell you that the group sucks. So they don't want a bunch of new people coming in. Like, no, that's all mine.
I don't want new people. No, it's a good community.
I've been like, it's not even about the information and stuff that we do. It's the community. Like the people that have risen up to, essentially take charge and help the group out are phenomenal. We're extremely blessed to have the people in there that we do.
Yeah. I would say though, Martin, he said that he's new, and like probably to reselling, you might be new-ish, but you have like your own space now. I think you might be considered a veteran. That's the thing though. Like you're always learning in this. I constantly not second guess myself, but I'm always kind of reevaluating, like, what am I doing?
Gretchen, Martin, you are not new.
Like, what am I buying? Is it effective? Am I spending my time wisely? Can I make more by pivoting? There's so many ways that you can just fall behind because you're not asking those questions of yourself. Yeah. And so in that way, like reselling, you don't ever really stop learning.
If you do, you're going to be in trouble. Like,
yeah,
if you ever, because that's happened to both of us, I think me more than you, but I've gotten comfortable in my reselling journey way too many times. And when I'm comfortable is when I struggle the most.
Yeah.
So that's, just never get comfortable. You've got to always be on your A game, always learning new stuff, putting in as much effort as you can. Because the second you get complacent, like game over. That's just a deathbed waiting to happen.
True that. We use Also, Dymo versus Rollo. What's better? We use both.
Here we go. We use both. I
like the Rollo.
I would use Rollo all day long, and I would ditch the Dymos if it would cooperate with my Amazon account. I have tried every setting humanly possible on my computer.
It's just your account, right?
It's just mine. Other people are like, it works fine on mine. Like, I will pay somebody if they can fix mine. It has been a nightmare.
Yeah.
To get my FBA shipping labels printed properly on that.
If anybody is a tech guru,
and I'm usually pretty techie, like I can fix a lot of stuff.
You're really good. It's surprising that he can't get this figured out.
Pablo, his wife's getting jealous because he talks too much about it.
No,
Rollos are fantastic though. They're way quicker than Dymo, and I love them.
And it seems like in the past we've had issues with the Dymo, like labels, like ordering the right kind of label, and then sometimes if you don't order the right kind of label, the labels won't scan. Like we've had issues.
If you get some of like the really cheap third-party 4XL labels, they're there's like a little, what's it called? A little circle that's cut out on the edge of the labels. That's what the sensor reads. And if you get some of these cheap knockoff ones, by the time the roll gets pretty down there, like low, it starts printing off like 4 blank labels at a time. Like it just does weird stuff. And then other times Dymo's just like, you know what? I don't want to work today. And that's what it does. But I use them because it's convenient.
You can print barcodes on the Rollo for FBA. Again, we just our Rollo and our FBA account don't like each other, so we don't know.
If you're talking about the item labels, you can put in any type of. That's the other great part about Rollo. They'll print any type of label.
Yeah.
You just put the slider on there, and it automatically reads what type of label you have in there. So you can print pretty much any type of label on there.
Yeah, I mean we used a Brother for the first year. Like
that's all we use. 30 up labels
with 30 ups and the address labels. You don't need every fancy gadget to just start.
No.
And I think people get a little hung up on, oh my gosh, the Rollo is like $150 or, I can't afford that. I have to sell this much stuff to pay for it. Just use what you have.
Yep.
Listen to that rain coming down.
The second it drops like 5 more degrees, that's all snow. We can hear it on our roof.
Yeah, Jeremy's the same. Can't get my Dymo settings correct. Sometimes they just don't like your computer. Or
Jeremy,
software.
shoot me an email with screenshots of what you're seeing.
He's been really successful at Dymo.
I've gotten pretty good at Dymo. I've gotten good at Dymo troubleshooting. The Rollo I can't figure out, but the Dymos I'm decent at. So shoot me some screenshots at my email.
Yeah.
And I might be able to help you out a little bit.
Okay, you guys. We're going to wrap it up soon. Yeah, someone found a Dymo at a thrift store. I love it.
Trista found it's the Dymo twin turbos. There's one more up there. We sold one of them already. She's the one that found them in Goodwill there's 2 of them, $13 each.
That was one of my favorites because he's like over here.
I was literally standing next to them looking at something.
And I go, Charles, look to the left. And he goes, what? And then there
$13, and we sold one. I think it sold for 80.
Yeah.
It was either 80 or 89.95 or something like that. But yeah, $80, and we still got one more. It's listed too.
Any more info on online arbitrage tips group you have going?
Any more info? So that we're waiting. What? We're waiting on. So a couple things. One, I'm going to do a dedicated YouTube video so everyone will know about it. But I did create a free general online arbitrage Facebook group because a lot of people are talking about OA specifically, not just like retail arbitrage or FBA. They're talking about OA stuff specifically. And I get a lot of OA questions. So I created a free online arbitrage Facebook group. You can find the link in the description. If you're on live right now, come back in about 30 minutes from the recording, and the link will be down there to join the free Facebook group. The second part of that is we do have paid online arbitrage leads lists that we have. We are currently on hold with that with newcomers because we're waiting for a landing page to be built out, which should be done this week. So if by the time you're watching this video, it's probably already done. And if it is, link in the description below. So that one, you can basically pay a monthly subscription and you're given OA leads Monday through Friday, every single morning to your inbox. And that way you don't have to do a lot of the physical hunting these down.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of update on the OA world right now.
Martin, I think that was like confusing the way we said it. We don't buy Amazon returns. We just get Amazon returns for customers. That might have been confusing.
I want to try. I have not dove into liquidation in like 2 years.
Yeah.
It's been about 2 years. Some of you remember those old videos when we did a lot of liquidation pallets. We have not tried any companies in 2 years. So I'm getting ready to go on a spree where I start testing some more out for eBay, because I wasn't doing eBay back then. But now that I have more of an eBay eye, I'm looking out for specific types of stuff. So I'm going to try some more liquidation pallets again.
We are going to Vegas for ASD in March. Look us up. We'll be posting stuff on our Instagram, and so if you follow us on Instagram, you'll see that stuff. So follow us.
I'm trying to think the best way we should do
Follow me.
Oh yeah, let's do. So if you guys want to stay tuned on like where we're gonna host, like we'll probably just do like a lunch meetup every day or something like that. If you guys are going to be in Vegas around that time, it's March 17th through 20th. I'll post on Instagram stories mode where we're going to be at what time, so you guys can stay tuned, whether it's a lunch meetup or a dinner meetup.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not going to charge or anything. It's not like an event. It's just if you want to come chill and hang out with other sellers and have some good food, then we'll post on Instagram where we're going to be.
Matt, I will do an escape room with you, but
Oh man,
I'm not good at puzzles, and I don't like high stress situations. So you might not want me on your team. I'm just saying. Actually, it might be fun. We've never done that before.
You're a scrapper though. When you get scared, like
I don't think that they want you to beat people up. I don't think it's that kind of escape room.
If it
like,
depends.
what kind of escape room are you talking about? I think it's like you put a puzzle together before a timer goes off.
Somebody earlier said there's a saw one.
No.
That's the kind of stuff I was thinking about. Like you would.
I am a scrapper, and I've got
I won't mess with
crazy
her.
Pregnancy strength. So
Her hormones are cray right now.
come at me, bro.
I would not mess with her. She's scrappy. She looks sweet, but she'll mess you up if she needs to. Like, I probably shouldn't be afraid to go into the bins anymore if I got her next to me.
Matt did the saw one. He said no scrapping.
Oh, okay, there we go.
I don't know.
Scrappy trash monkey. That needs to go on a hoodie. Just big lettering across the back.
I have quite the reputation on the
Scrappy
internet.
trash monkey just says, "Do not mess with me." I love it.
Oh my gosh, just so funny.
That works.
Her son has been
I'm shocked.
silent this whole time. He's watching. Boy, I'm just winning at parenting tonight. So here's the thing. You don't always win at the work-life balance. Sometimes you get like 50-50. Sometimes you get 60-40. Sometimes you get 90-10. Today was 90-10, and I'm kind of okay with it.
That was one of the points I forgot to bring up earlier too, is like, here's the secret to work-life balance. There's no such thing.
Yeah.
Some days are great. Some days are not.
Yeah.
I think as long as you just strive to do the best you can, then, I mean, you're winning.
And we were talking to somebody on Wednesday night, and he was like, I think the key is that we're not that hard on ourselves when we fail, you know? And that's huge. Like, I'm not a robot. I'm not going to produce 100% every day.
Yeah, and you can't follow, like, some people are all about, okay, I'm all about creating a schedule.
Mm-hmm.
I'm all about scheduling and appointments, reminders in my phone and stuff. But you just accept the fact that you're not going to follow a schedule 100% every day, because life happens, whether it's, 4-year-old drama going on or something comes up. Like there's been a lot of times where I get a phone call, whether it's like family stuff going on or something where it's like, I got to hit pause and go take care of stuff. And as long as you just learn to just understand, like, that's just life.
Yeah.
Right. As long as you're weekly progressing, then you're going to win, but you can't have this expectation of having like the perfect schedule, right? Like I would love to be home at 6 p.m. every night, and I just know it's not going to happen. Like,
not every night. Yeah. I mean, like there's some nights that you get to come home early, but
yeah, I would love to every single day.
Yeah.
But I know that certain things come up. Like last night, I had a lot of work to do here, and I knew if I didn't get it done, it would stress me out today.
Yeah.
And I would end up being backed up through the weekend, which I want to enjoy the weekends now. I'm taking weekends off. I don't want to work through the weekends. So that's why I stayed late last night. And of course we have that conversation. Like, do you mind if I stay late? I'm not going to be able to see you guys until later, but
yeah. And I think that that's one of the things, like, that's sort of a huge misconception when you look at these YouTubers, right? And I'm just going to say it. There's a lot of YouTubers that don't have kids, and they don't have, the stuff that comes with kids. And Ron's perfect example, he tells his wife, do the best you can with 3 little girls at home. Like, that's the thing. You just do the best you can. I think that we do the best we can with a 4-year-old, and then, we're going to put a baby in the middle of this and see what happens. It's going to be a different story in about 4 months. But, I think that that's a huge thing to remember, is that all these other people that you're watching win, they're not in the situation that you're in. And maybe if they were, they wouldn't be on YouTube talking about all their wins, because life is messy and busy, and there's so much that comes up. And guess what? He is way more important than my eBay store. That's it.
Yep.
I mean, if I have to occasionally fail at being a mom, but mostly win, and not have a 100K eBay store, I'm cool with that. So anyway, do you?
Look at wifey being the one dropping the truth bombs this time.
Where did that come from?
I just get to chill back tonight. It's kind of nice. They're probably sick and tired of hearing me rant all the time.
Yeah, and I mean, like, there's people in here who don't have kids, and they've got other stuff going on. I think Martin has 18 businesses now. I don't know.
Sounds about right.
Everybody needs to chill on comparison. Like, that's what my feeling is.
Yep.
And that's why I typically don't post a lot. I kind of hang.
Well, there's even times where it's like you just don't look at social media for a while.
Yeah, I'm a creeper. I creep.
She creeps. I'm the one that does the posting.
Seeing what y'all are doing out there.
It's true though. Like, you can't. I mean, us and like, look at content creators, right? We're on YouTube. We have we just passed 100,000 subscribers. Like, even with those types of numbers, like, I've still caught myself looking at other YouTube channels, and I can see their analytics and know how much they're probably making on AdSense and all that stuff. And I've caught myself in times where I'm like, I wish I was getting XYZ like they are. And then I remember, like, I cannot compare. I do not know their stories. I do not know the work ethic they're putting into it.
Yeah.
I just have to focus on what we have.
Right.
So, I mean, it's in all avenues.
Yeah. So
the second you catch yourself getting into the comparison game,
yeah.
One of my favorite quotes is, don't compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20.
Right.
Right. And especially like the YouTube game, right? Like, I have to remind myself, I have ever only consistently uploaded 1 video a week for 3 years. 1 video a week. Our channel has less than 200 videos on it. That's what drove 100,000 subscribers. Like, and I know that other people have over 1,000 videos that drove their subscribers. So I have to remember, like, we're on completely different paths.
And it's everyone's on their own playing field.
Yeah, it's all your own race. So I have to remind myself all the time, keep my blinders on, do my thing, serve my audience. I don't care about anyone else's, just serve my audience the best I can. And And that's that. Like, I just got to keep my blinders on. Some of you need to do the same thing with your businesses too.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the downfall of like social media and Instagram, especially. It's so easy to watch Instagram accounts that post the highlight reels. Like, oh my gosh, look at this huge flip I did. Look at this big haul that I just got. I made $1,000 this, today. You see all these highlight reels and it makes you feel bad about, well, I only have this.
Yeah.
Like, you can't do that anymore. You got to knock that stuff off.
Yeah.
It's just not worth it.
Right.
It's going to drag you down.
Hey, we have a shameless plug.
No, I love
Not
shameless
so
plugs.
shameless. We love
Martin, drop your link down there.
Yeah.
Give our buddy and VIP member, amazing man Martin, a follow over on his new channel. Martin is amazing because he's building a full-time income, flipping stuff on Amazon FBA, specifically grocery, which I love because no one's talking about it. And he's documenting behind the scenes, like the raw, what the day-to-day process looks like. So super proud of him for doing that, putting out that content.
Yeah.
So definitely go give him a follow. Peeps.
Real life FBA is
Peeps.
his, is it a YouTube handle? Is that what we call these things? I don't know.
Username,
Channel.
They're all different.
Yes. Tax guy that we had on the channel, not your dad's CPA.
Where was that question? Oh, what's the name of it? Yeah, Mark from Not Your Dad's CPA. And you can find him on Instagram as well.
Instagram.
Yeah. That's a huge topic.
We don't watch YouTube either.
Eric said I actually watch a lot of YouTube as like it's always in the background no matter what I'm doing.
I never watch it. Never.
Yeah, Eric says speaking of blinders, that's why I can't watch a lot of YouTube. And I love that too. Like some people need to stop watching YouTube. And even if it's our channel, I love you guys being here and watching it. But if all you're doing is watching videos and not building your own business, then it's pointless. Like our channel was never built to build a fan club on our life. Our channel was built to document our processes and our progress, the good and the bad, so that it inspires you to go build your own.
Yep.
We don't want a fan club on YouTube. We want you guys to be inspired and just see what we're doing to do your own thing.
Yeah, I got enough drama in my life. I don't need that. Okay, you guys, we've had a silly night. You're so silly.
Cheers.
You're so silly. Cheers.
Because we drink all the coffee.
I'm so tired.
You had a long day. So I feel bad because no, you weren't here. Before you got here,
yeah,
I explained to them, like, I got into a little rant about not having a boss and like how much I love it. Like I'll work my face off to not have a boss.
Yeah.
To have days like today, and I feel bad now because I just explained before you got here. I got to sleep in. I went to the gym first half of the morning, got in here at like 1, and I opened up the shop and I just started doing some work. Like it was great. And then you came in here like, I've been sourcing since 9 a.m. But she has experienced many, many times where I'll go out and do retail arbitrage for 12 hours straight.
I mean, we switch it.
We flip flop. So there's been a lot of times where I'll be the one that's out from like 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. and she gets to chill at home.
Yeah.
So we do flip flop a lot on that stuff, which is nice. I mean, we work pretty well together. I think.
We do. Yeah.
I like her.
I noticed your garbage is cleaned up. It looks good in here.
It is. You like that?
Yeah. No trash monkeys
Look at that.
in here.
Husband wind.
Yeah. Okay, you guys, it is getting close to my bedtime. And
I just drink coffee. I'm good.
I know.
I'm good to work till midnight
It feels like they just gave me milk.
Milk with a drop of espresso.
They were like, lady,
they're like, she looks pregnant. We should not give her
caffeine.
caffeine.
You should not be having any more coffee today.
They probably did that.
Yeah.
They gave you that quarter calf.
Dutch Brothers.
Dutch Bros Life.
No,
not
I think
a sponsored video.
They're not,
by the way.
obviously. Because
Dutch Bros, if you're watching this, we'd love a check. Can you just hold that up and give them a ting?
They're like, we're just bashing them. I'm pretty sure there's coffee in here. I'm just so tired that it's.
You need to give them
really
a big
helping.
smile, and then we'll put a thumbnail saying like, Dutch Bros, thanks. Where's our check? Give you the address.
All right, you guys. See you later. See you
All
next
right.
week. There's
Oh.
talks of moving our channel time around a little bit.
Yes.
We're in
the works.
deliberations.
Deliberations. Stay tuned for a poll on the YouTube. How I can post on YouTube now as like a text post.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put a poll up there.
Right.
Get some times.
Eric, are you local? He said Dutch
Eric
Bros
is,
is life, and we only have Dutch Bros in the Northwest.
I think they're getting spread out now, though.
There was that one in Arizona we went to.
Did have one in Arizona.
Did you
It was
know?
Phoenix?
Yeah. Dutch Bros originated in Grants Pass, which is like 4 hours from us.
Mm-hmm. I've never been down there.
I have.
You have?
Oh, they're in Cali too. That makes sense. All right. Okay, you guys, we're going to stop rambling and go home and go to bed, and you're going to apparently get to work.
I don't know. Do I have permission to work a few more hours? I'm like wired.
Sure.
Eric is in, we met Eric at DC meetup.
Yeah.
You can't see his little
see his face. so it's
profile
hard.
picture.
All right. All right. See you guys later. Have a nice night. Thanks for joining. Hit the like button.
Boom, boom, boom.
What
All right,
else?
crew.
That's all I got.
That's it.
That's all I got.
We're out.
Peace.
Peace out. If you guys need any help at all, hit me up on email. This is the best way to get a hold of me. Chaz@sidehustlepros.com.
Hmm?
Is it frozen outside right now?
No. It's raining.
It's definitely raining. We can hear it. But it will be turning to snow pretty soon, so I can't work too late.
Yep.
My tires are really bald, and I need my brakes changed. So I've got the worst vehicle
He's like
to drive.
driving around a death trap at this
It's
point.
pretty bad, but oh well. All right, crew. We're out. See you guys soon.